Good morning, Wildcat World. Coach Kimbrough here. And yes, in case you missed it, I did completely shave off my beard because we as a community hit the 100,000 push up challenge. There's a video on our YouTube page and here on Seesaw under announcements if you didn't get a chance to go see it, but it's already growing back a little bit. So now you get to see you get to watch the process of it growing back very slowly. So this week in PE, I'm very, very excited because we have another theme week coming up. And I hope that a lot of you got to have fun with doing the superhero stuff. Some of you did some really, really cool stuff, making secret layers and making like the laser course to get through. It was awesome. Keep that stuff going. That is awesome. That is the best way to spend your time right now. So this week's theme is Star Wars. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I absolutely loved it. I've loved it, my whole life. Whenever I, started watching some of the older movies, and then the prequels came out whenever I was a kid. So it's an awesome universe out there. If you haven't seen the movies, maybe you could ask your parents if y'all could sit down and watch them together because they're pretty cool movies. So this week, everything is just like before, is going to be focused specifically on Star Wars themes for all of these warm-ups, activities, and cooldowns. So make sure you're focused on what you're doing, why you're doing it. Make sure you're super active this entire week. And, make sure, I know some of you go on like walks with your family and stuff like that, but try to make sure that you're doing these things on the activity board as well. So option number one on the warm-ups, let's get started. Option number one is lightsaber colors. So what you're going to do in this activity is search for different colors of things in your house. And then once you find that color, you'll do like an exercise for each of those colors. So you're on a search to try to find the different colors in your house. But I also want you to think about what your lightsaber color would be. Naturally, some people are going to say, well, my favorite color is this, so that's what the saber color would be. But the lightsaber colors actually mean different things. So somebody who has a green lightsaber is somebody who is called a Jedi Consular, who focuses on the Force and on nature and meditation and talking things out. A blue lightsaber means somebody is more focused on justice. They're kind of more of a warrior type of Jedi. So they're very skilled with the lightsaber. There's like a purple lightsaber, which is kind of a balance of good and evil. There's a red lightsaber, which is Sith, and it's, entirely evil. So there's tons of different colors out there. There's orange, there's pink, there's white, black, there's every single type of color out there, and each one of them has a meaning. So before you pick, try to figure out what you think would be important for your Jedi saber to have. Option number two is a whole bunch of links for Star Wars based workouts. So if you have access to like YouTube and everything, this is awesome because it's a great visual to follow. Option number three is a Jedi series of exercises. So if you know anything about the Jedi of Star Wars, they are very skillful in combat, and they spend like their entire lives training to be peacekeepers of the galaxy. So it's an important job, so you have to really be in shape for it. It's hard to go chase down a bad guy if you've never practiced running before. So follow along all of those exercises, and it's a great warm-up. Option number four is Yoda meditation. So Yoda is one of the greatest Force users in the entire Star Wars universe, and he is known for, being small, but he's still able to accomplish a lot because he's in tune with the Force, he's in tune with himself. So this is meditation, sitting down, calming yourself, relaxing yourself, but warming up your mind for the activity. And then option number five is another series of Star Wars warm-ups that you can do that are focused, on the Star Wars universe that get you ready for the activity. So let's move on to the activity. So the activities for this week, of course, there is 9 options, just like always. Option number one, this is something that is pretty cool. And if you have not heard this particular song, it's a really cool song for you to get to do. So we did have drum fit on here before. This is Power of the Dark Side drum fit. So it's a really, really cool song. So if you're like musically inclined, if you really want to get some drumming Find something to drum with. It could be pen and pencil or something like that. Maybe you do have drumsticks. It's a really, really cool thing to do. Option number 2 is take flight right outside. So there's many different types of transports in the Star Wars universe. There's the Millennium Falcon. There's all types of Imperial transports. So imagine that you have your own ship flying through the galaxy and you're on your way to save it. And you are on your own adventure. So picture that while you're riding around and what you can do to save the galaxy. Then there is more YouTube links that is really great for our visual learners. So there's kind of like a Jedi and a Sith. So there's kind of like the good and evil. Maybe you could pick which one you want to do, or maybe you could see both and see which one you like better. So it's just a lot of fun for you to get to do. There's another series of Star Wars Jedi training because, like I said, they're very in-tuned warriors, so you have to make sure you are focusing on everything that you're doing. Sometimes you could be doing like push-ups and you're just thinking about, oh, well, what am I going to eat for lunch? Or, oh my gosh, this is making me sore. Focus training means that you're thinking, okay, I'm doing this push-up. I need to go this far down. I need to go this far up because it's making my arms stronger. I need to make sure my elbows are bending. My back is flat. Like, you're focused on every detail of what you're doing. That is an awesome Jedi warrior trait to have. Then another series of Star Wars workouts, spelling out the letters nice and quick. Option number 6 is pass the Death Star, kind of like hot potato, where you have like a timer and you're passing it around to whoever's playing. Maybe it's your siblings or your family. So if you know what a Death Star is, it's a ball, and a Death Star in real life is like the size of a small moon, so it's gigantic. But you can make your own Death Star, and it's a ball size, and it's made out of metal. So maybe you have a ball and you like wrap it in aluminum foil or something, and you have the Death Star. And maybe you could have somebody in your house play some Star Wars music while everyone else passes it around, and then they pause it, and whoever ends up with it has to go do jumping jacks to get back in. Or they're out for that round if you have a lot of people or something. So it's kind of a hot potato thing, but it is Star Wars focused. So moving on, option number 7. This is really if you have a lot of people that you can do this activity with. It's called Revenge of the Sith tag. So in Revenge of the Sith, what you are trying to do is there's one Jedi, everybody else is the Sith. So the Jedi's job is to try to eliminate all of the Sith. So they're running to go tag them. If you get tagged, then you have to go to like a certain spot where you're contained. And the only way that you can get out is by doing 20 jumping jacks, or you can make it a different exercise if you want. So the Jedi's run around trying to tag everybody and get everybody in there all at once. You can change who's the Jedi over and over. You can change some of the other rules to make it whatever works best for you. Option number 8. So this is kind of a colorful based activity. So make sure that you are focusing on what the directions are and you're doing it to the best of your ability. Option number 9 is a stormtrooper workout. So the stormtroopers are part of, well, they were part of the Rebels, and then they're part of the Imperials. So a little bit of gray area, but they're really cool characters and a really cool exercise to do. And then now we get to our cooldowns. Option number 1, Yoda is known for his wisdom. Like I said, he's one of the most force in tuned beings in the whole Star Wars universe. So write something down that is wise, that is encouraging right now. Think about how you could share that with others. Option number 2, C-3PO is a protocol droid. So he is built to be polite and to help people. So imagine if you were, C-3PO. If you're helping people out, a lot of that is to help keep people safe. So, like at our school, we have like our fire drills, we have our lockdown drills. Talk about that with your family and say, well, if there was a fire, what do we do? If something happens at home, if our car breaks down, what do we do? That is one cool thing I've seen throughout this whole crazy quarantine time is people learning different skills like that, like changing a tire. Like, how do you even do that? Where is the other tire? Where does it come from? These are cool things that you could talk about with your family. Cooldown option number 3, create a Yoda smoothie. So that is like a green-based smoothie. So there is like a whole bunch of different ingredients on there. And if it's green, it probably has some fruits and veggies in it. So it's definitely going to be healthy. Option number 4, a lot of you really, really like Cosmic Kids Yoga. So this is a perfect opportunity to do Cosmic Kids Yoga that is Star Wars based. And then option number 5 is Luke Skywalker is like a hero of the Star Wars universe, and so he's made a positive impact on humanity. He's just helped people out and just saved the entire galaxy, even though he's one person. So how can you make a positive impact on your galaxy, like your family, of what you can do to be a hero for your family? So these are all of the warm-up activities and cooldowns for this week for Star Wars Theme PE. I'm looking forward to seeing all of the cool things that you get to do. Please make sure you're sharing video, audio, you're typing, you're writing, you're showing me something. Don't just tell me, oh, I did push-ups. Well, if you did push-ups, that could be part of this activity or this one. Tell me what you did or show me even better. So work super hard this week, Wildcats, and I will see you next week.